If you are trying to up your protein in the morning but eggs just aren't your thing, you know how frustrating it can be to find satisfying breakfast options. But these high-protein breakfasts without eggs are actually easier to make and just as filling as the usual scrambled egg or omelet routine. One smart swap in this collection uses something you probably already have in your pantry to create a fluffy, savory base that holds up to any topping. Stick around, because you will see how simple ingredient changes can turn boring breakfast into something you actually look forward to. Whether you are feeding a picky family or just trying to stay full until lunch without the egg crash, these recipes are designed to work for real mornings. Think creamy overnight oats, crispy chickpea scrambles, rich smoothie bowls, and satisfying tofu breakfast wraps that taste anything but plain. And I have saved a few unexpected ideas for the end that will make you wonder why you never tried them before. Let's get into this roundup of egg-free, high-protein breakfast that will keep you energized and craving more. Let's kick things off with a breakfast that feels like a treat but packs a serious protein punch. This Greek yogurt parfait is perfect for anyone who wants a quick, no-cook meal that keeps them full until lunch. You just layer thick, creamy Greek yogurt with a handful of crunchy seeds like pumpkin and sunflower, plus a drizzle of honey. Toss in some fresh berries or sliced banana for natural sweetness and a pop of color. The best part is how the yogurt's tanginess balances the sweet fruit and nutty seeds. If you're dairy-free, swap in a plant-based Greek-style yogurt made from coconut or soy for the same protein boost. Every spoonful feels satisfying and light, like a breakfast you'd actually look forward to. Now, if you're in the mood for something warm and fluffy, the next dish has you covered. These cottage cheese pancakes are about to become your new favorite weekend breakfast. They're packed with protein from the cottage cheese, so you get a hearty meal without any eggs. You simply blend cottage cheese with a little oat flour and a pinch of vanilla until smooth. Pour the batter onto a hot griddle and cook until golden on each side, just like regular pancakes. The cottage cheese makes them incredibly tender and slightly tangy, which pairs beautifully with maple syrup. For a gluten-free version, use certified oat flour or almond flour instead of regular flour. These pancakes are so fluffy and filling, you will not miss the eggs one bit. If you're craving something savory next, stay tuned for a scramble that's totally egg-free. This tofu scramble is the savory breakfast hero you didn't know you needed. It delivers a solid dose of plant-based protein and mimics the texture of scrambled eggs perfectly. You just crumble firm tofu into a hot pan with a little oil and salt until it starts to brown. Add in your favorite veggies like bell peppers, spinach, and onions, plus a pinch of turmeric for that golden color. A splash of nutritional yeast gives it a cheesy, savory flavor that ties everything together. To make it even heartier, toss in some cooked black beans or chickpeas for extra protein. This scramble feels warm, comforting, and totally satisfying, especially on a chilly morning. Next up, we've got a breakfast that's fancy enough for a brunch spread but takes just minutes to throw together. These 18 recipes give you plenty of ways to start your day without eggs, but we'd love to hear from you. Which one of these breakfast ideas would you try first? Maybe the tofu scramble caught your eye, or the chia pudding sounded easiest for busy mornings. Drop your answer in the comments and let us know what swaps you usually make for high-protein breakfasts. While you're here, give this video a like so more people can find these egg-free options. And if you haven't subscribed yet, tap the button to join our Healthy Bites tribe. We put together collections like this every week to make breakfast simpler for everyone. Keep watching for the next recipe. There's a lot more good stuff ahead. Smoked salmon on avocado toast is a classic that never gets old, and it's loaded with protein. This dish works because the salmon brings in healthy fats and high-quality protein without any eggs. You start with a thick slice of whole grain bread, toasted until crispy. Mash half a ripe avocado onto the toast and season with a pinch of salt and pepper. Lay thin slices of smoked salmon on top, then finish with a squeeze of lemon and some fresh dill. If you want a dairy-free option, skip the cream cheese and just let the avocado do the work. Every bite is creamy, smoky, and bright, making breakfast feel like a special occasion. For something a little cooler and creamier, the next dish is perfect for warm mornings. This smoothie bowl is like having dessert for breakfast, but it's secretly packed with protein. It's ideal for busy mornings when you need something fast, filling, and refreshing. You blend a scoop of your favorite protein powder with frozen berries, a banana, and a splash of almond milk. Pour the thick smoothie into a bowl and top it with crunchy granola, sliced almonds, and a few coconut flakes. The protein powder keeps you full for hours, while the fruit gives you natural energy. For a nut-free version, use sunflower seed butter and oat-based granola instead of almonds. This bowl feels like a treat, but it's actually a balanced meal that fuels your whole morning. If you prefer something you can prep the night before, the last dish in this lineup is your new best friend. Chia seed pudding is the ultimate make-ahead breakfast that's surprisingly high in protein. It's perfect for meal prep because you just mix everything in a jar and let it sit overnight. Combine chia seeds with a protein-fortified milk, like soy milk or pea protein milk, and a touch of maple syrup. Stir well, then refrigerate for at least 4 hours until it thickens into a creamy pudding. In the morning, top it with fresh fruit, a sprinkle of hemp seeds, or a dollop of nut butter. To boost the protein even more, stir in a scoop of collagen or a spoonful of Greek yogurt if you tolerate dairy. This pudding feels indulgent and silky, yet it's packed with fiber and protein to keep you going. And that wraps up our first batch of egg-free high-protein breakfasts, but there's plenty more coming up next. Next up is a warm, savory breakfast bowl that feels like a hug in a bowl. It's perfect for anyone who wants a hearty, egg-free option that keeps you full for hours. You start with cooked lentils, which are packed with protein and fiber, then toss them with sautéed mushrooms, bell peppers, and spinach. A little garlic and cumin give it a cozy, earthy flavor that wakes up your taste buds. Top it with a dollop of Greek yogurt or a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for extra creaminess. If you want to save time, use canned lentils and just warm them up with the veggies. This bowl feels like a complete meal, not just a breakfast, and it's incredibly satisfying. Now let's move on to another skillet-friendly idea that's just as filling. This next dish is a classic breakfast hash, but with a protein-packed twist. It's ideal for meal prep or lazy weekend mornings when you want something substantial. You'll cube sweet potatoes and roast them until crispy, then crumble in lean ground turkey and cook it with onions and paprika. The sweetness of the potatoes balances the savory turkey perfectly, and a pinch of smoked paprika adds depth. Toss in some kale or arugula at the end for a fresh peppery bite. For a dairy-free version, skip the cheese and add a squeeze of lime juice instead. This hash is so flavorful and filling that you will not miss eggs at all. Next, we'll switch gears to a creamy, warm bowl that's perfect for chilly mornings. If you're loving this lineup of egg-free, high-protein breakfasts, you can take it even further. Head over to www.healthybitestribe.com to get tools that make meal planning a breeze. Our AI recipe generator helps you create custom breakfast ideas based on what you have on hand and what you need to avoid. The meal planner lets you organize these recipes into your weekly menu with just a few clicks. You can also save all your favorite breakfast dishes into one place and share them with family and friends. The whole site is built for people with food allergies, dietary restrictions, or anyone who wants healthier swaps. It's a practical next step for finding more recipes like the ones in this video. Visit us there anytime. It's completely free and ready to help. Oatmeal gets a serious protein upgrade in this cozy, comforting bowl. It's a great option for anyone who loves a warm, soothing breakfast that still packs a punch. You cook your oats in milk or a plant-based alternative, then stir in a scoop of unflavored protein powder or a big spoonful of hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are a complete protein and add a subtle nutty flavor that blends right in. Top it with berries, a drizzle of almond butter, and a sprinkle of cinnamon for sweetness without added sugar. If you're avoiding protein powders, just double the hemp seeds and add a mashed banana for natural sweetness. This oatmeal is creamy, satisfying, and keeps your energy steady all morning. Let's move on to something handheld and fun for busy mornings. Breakfast tacos are always a hit, and this version is loaded with plant-based protein. They're perfect for a quick, customizable breakfast that feels like a treat. Warm up some corn or flour tortillas, then fill them with seasoned black beans, sliced avocado, and a handful of fresh cilantro. A squeeze of lime and a dash of hot sauce bring everything to life. For extra creaminess, add a spoonful of dairy-free sour cream or a sprinkle of crumbled feta. You can also swap the black beans for refried pinto beans if you prefer a smoother texture. These tacos are bright, fresh, and so easy to throw together in under 10 minutes. Next up is a smoky, savory wrap that's perfect for a grab-and-go breakfast. This wrap brings all the smoky, salty goodness of bacon without any eggs or meat. It's a fantastic option for meal prep or a quick breakfast you can eat on the run. Slice tempeh thinly, then pan-fry it with a splash of soy sauce, maple syrup, and smoked paprika until crispy. Lay it on a whole wheat tortilla with fresh spinach, sliced tomato, and a smear of hummus or avocado. Roll it up tightly and you've got a portable, protein-rich breakfast that's ready in minutes. If you're gluten-free, use a corn or rice tortilla and tamari instead of soy sauce. The tempeh gets wonderfully chewy and smoky, and the wrap feels like a real treat. For our last dish before the final stretch, let's try something light yet surprisingly filling. These little bites are elegant, easy, and packed with protein from smoked mackerel. They're perfect for a light breakfast or a brunch spread when you want something different. Simply slice a cucumber into thick rounds, then top each with a piece of smoked mackerel and a dollop of herbed cream cheese or Greek yogurt. A sprinkle of fresh dill and a crack of black pepper finish them off beautifully. The cool cucumber and rich fish create a refreshing contrast that feels clean and satisfying. If you can't find mackerel, smoked trout, or canned salmon work just as well. These bites are so simple, yet they feel special and keep you full without weighing you down. Stick around because we've got one more high-protein breakfast idea that's sure to become a new favorite. This next one is for anyone who loves a savory, creamy breakfast that feels totally satisfying. It's a savory cottage cheese bowl, and it's packed with protein without needing any eggs at all. You just spoon some cottage cheese into a bowl and top it with fresh herbs like chives, dill, and parsley. Add a sprinkle of black pepper, a pinch of salt, and maybe some chopped cucumber or cherry tomatoes for crunch. A drizzle of olive oil on top brings everything together and makes it feel like a real meal. If you want more texture, toss in some toasted pumpkin seeds or a few crumbled crackers. It's cool, creamy, and herby, and it feels like a light but filling way to start your day. Now let's move on to something warm and hearty that's perfect for chilly mornings. Cooking for special diets can feel a little lonely sometimes, but you're definitely not alone. Our Healthy Bites Tribe community is full of people who get the challenge of making high-protein breakfasts without eggs. They share their own swaps, tips, and successes every day in the community chat. You belong here, whether you're new to egg-free cooking or you've been at it for years. To connect with all of that support, just subscribe to this channel so you never miss a new recipe collection. And come say hi on the website at www.healthybitestribe.com. There's a warm spot waiting for you with recipes, conversation, and encouragement for real life. We're glad you're here. Let's keep cooking together, one satisfying breakfast at a time. If you're tired of oatmeal, this quinoa breakfast porridge is a fantastic switch-up that still delivers on protein. Quinoa is a complete protein, so it's a great base for a filling, egg-free breakfast. You cook the quinoa in your favorite milk until it's soft and creamy, just like you would with oats. Stir in a little cinnamon, a splash of vanilla, and a touch of maple syrup for sweetness. Top it with fresh or frozen berries, a handful of chopped nuts, and maybe a drizzle of nut butter. For extra creaminess, you can stir in a spoonful of Greek yogurt right before serving. It's warm, comforting, and has a lovely nutty flavor that pairs perfectly with the sweet berries. Next up is a dish that brings a little smoky, savory flavor to your breakfast table. This smoky chickpea and spinach scramble is a total game changer for anyone missing scrambled eggs. Chickpeas are full of protein and fiber, so they keep you full and energized all morning. You mash some chickpeas lightly in a pan with a little olive oil, then add a big handful of fresh spinach. Season it with smoked paprika, garlic powder, and a pinch of turmeric for color and flavor. Cook it all together until the spinach wilts and the chickpeas are warm and slightly crispy. You can serve it on toast, in a wrap, or just eat it straight from the pan like I do. It's smoky, savory, and has a texture that feels really satisfying and familiar. Let's keep the savory train rolling with another dish that's perfect for meal prep. This tuna and avocado breakfast salad might sound unusual, but it's one of the most refreshing high-protein breakfasts you'll try. It's perfect for warm mornings when you want something light but still packed with protein. You mix a can of tuna with half a mashed avocado, a squeeze of lemon, and a little salt and pepper. Add some chopped celery or red onion for crunch, and maybe a handful of fresh arugula or spinach. Serve it on a bed of greens, in a lettuce wrap, or with some whole grain crackers on the side. For a dairy-free version, skip any yogurt and just use extra avocado for creaminess. It's bright, creamy, and feels like a fresh start to your day without being heavy. Now let's switch gears to something warm and cheesy that feels like comfort food. This cheesy lentil and mushroom breakfast bake is the kind of dish you make on a lazy Sunday and enjoy all week. Lentils and mushrooms give you plenty of protein and a hearty, savory flavor that feels like a real meal. You cook some lentils until tender, then saute mushrooms with garlic and onions until golden. Mix everything together with a little tomato sauce, some herbs, and a generous handful of shredded cheese. Pour it into a baking dish and bake until bubbly and golden on top. You can use any cheese you like, or skip it for a dairy-free version with nutritional yeast. It's warm, cheesy, and so satisfying that you will not even miss the eggs. We've got one more dish to go, and it's a sweet and crunchy way to end this breakfast journey. For our final dish, let's keep it simple with a bowl of coconut yogurt topped with roasted nuts and seeds. Coconut yogurt is creamy, dairy-free, and pairs beautifully with crunchy toppings for a protein boost. You just scoop some plain coconut yogurt into a bowl and top it with a mix of roasted almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds. Add a sprinkle of chia seeds or flax seeds for extra fiber and omega-3s. A drizzle of honey or maple syrup and a few fresh berries make it feel like a treat. You can roast the nuts and seeds yourself with a little cinnamon for extra warmth and flavor. It's creamy, crunchy, and sweet, and it's the perfect light and satisfying way to wrap up your breakfast. And that's it for our high-protein, egg-free breakfast ideas. I hope you found some new favorites to try. And there you have it, 18 high-protein breakfast ideas that don't rely on eggs at all. Whether you're avoiding eggs for allergies, preferences, or just want to change, this roundup has you covered. You can pick and choose the ones that fit your own kitchen, schedule, and taste buds. If any of these dishes sparked an idea, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who's looking for egg-free mornings. For even more support, come hang out with our community at www.healthybitestribe.com. There you'll find a free AI recipe generator, a meal planner, and ways to save and share your favorite recipes. Plus, you can join the chat with others who understand cooking around allergies and dietary needs. Thanks for being here. Hit subscribe and stay tuned for more simple, satisfying meal ideas.